Hello, people of grace. This Sunday, we'll be wrapping up in our worship service the book of Malachi. Uh, Today, as kind of a precursor to that, I want to talk about taking the long view, which is also our theme for this Sunday service. But for today, I want to mention 3 points that help us take the long view so that we can be fully engaged in the present moment. That's a big thing for Jesus, is just to be present in the present moment and seek his kingdom and his righteousness. But we make the best sense of the present moment when we can put it in the context of the long view of what's really valuable and important. And to draw out 3 points that help us, I think, take the long view, I just want to look at 2 verses from Malachi chapter 3. Malachi 3, verses 16 and 17, where the prophet says, "Then those who feared the Lord spoke with one another." So we help each other do this by reverencing God. "The Lord paid attention and heard them, and a book of remembrance was written before him of those who feared the Lord and esteemed his name." Then verse 17 starts with, "They shall be mine." And the verse goes a little further, but that's really kind of the big point, is that God notices those who esteem him, and we are better able to do that when we help each other do that. Those who feared the Lord spoke with one another. There's that community aspect. We esteem God best in community, but to really be esteeming God, it means we take his eternal transcendent values and bring them down, incarnate them into our present moments. So that's kind of the first big point, is to esteem God. But what are some tools to help us do that? Well, I think there's 2, and they're really related as far as starting with what we can control, which is ourselves. Number 1, we have to enter into an active partnership with him. We have to say that I will be someone who cooperates with God because he has started this great work in me and I esteem him. I'm going to partner with him. And Paul says this to Timothy in 2 Timothy 2:20 and 21, that I need to look at my soul and my life as a great house with many things in it, but some of them are common and not valuable. And some of the things in the soul, my life, are very valuable. And I want to be taking an inventory of myself, not judging anybody else, but starting with myself, to just really get rid of the stuff that really doesn't matter in the long run. So many trivial things will sort themselves out in the long run. What really matters, if I take the long view? Now let me emphasize those things in this present moment. So I partner with him. God has called us into agency. He created humans to be his stewards, and we need to really embrace that role, starting internally in ourselves, and partner with him. That's a huge challenge for us. To do that, we have to judge well. And judging well means not condemning ourselves, certainly not condemning anybody else. There is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. And someone else's soul is not really my responsibility. I have to judge well, but I best judge well not when I'm beating myself up and hyperanalyzing myself all the time, but as 1 Corinthians 11 says, if we would judge ourselves, we would not be judged. So I judge well by doing exactly what 2 Timothy 2 said. I get rid of the things in my life that are not recharging me and renewing me in a way that matters for the long run. So, how do we take the long view? We help each other esteem God. We partner with him in a way that doesn't invite condemnation, but just really creates a sense of agency in our own souls. So we're not passive. And number 3, we judge well about what is most important. When we do those 3 things, then we're taking the long view, and everybody wins because God is pleased with our lives. We are growing more and more into the fullness of Christ and his image. and other people deal with a better version of us. That's taking the long view. That matters. Make a difference. Make your life matter. And have a blessed evening.